Some of the most awarded Japanese whiskeys you can buy may never have touched a Japanese still. No law stops this. No label warns you. Until 2021, no standard even defined what Japanese whiskey meant. While certain brands trade on borrowed aesthetics, 5 distilleries stake everything on traceability. 10 bottles, 5 warning signs, 5 honest gems, and the line between them starts with what's on the label. Part 1. The Warning Signs. Chapter 1. Hatozaki. Hatozaki bottles carry the label, "Product of Japan," yet available records do not prove the spirit was distilled there. Kaikyo Distillery began distilling in 2017, releasing its finest and small batch expressions before its own malt could have matured. Documented accounts indicate these early releases blended Japanese spirit with imported Scotch, though public records never quantified the proportions. When asked directly about origin, the brand described the line as a collection of blended whiskies. While the family's sake and shochu legacy dates back generations, this sourcing pattern remains separate. Ultimately, a Japanese address does not clarify what is in every release. Imported whiskey isn't the crime. Nikka and Suntory disclose it. Hatozaki, asked directly, didn't. That's the real line. Chapter 2. Kikori. In 2015, Los Angeles-based So Spirits, founded by Ann So Woods in 2012, launched Kikori. Distilled 100% from rice and koji rather than barley, reports list the spirit at 41% ABV with 3 years of aging. Though distilled in Kumamoto, Japan, this rice base prompted a classification challenge from the U.S. Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau. This regulatory classification is separate from quality, but the case reveals how the production partner, named facility, and address can remain unclear even when the presentation feels Japanese. Chapter 3. Kurayoshi. Awards can recognize a category without proving distillation origin. Matsui Shuzo's Kurayoshi brand earned gold awards in 2019, 2020, and 2024. These category classifications do not verify actual geographic origin. Matsui Shuzo began distilling in Kurayoshi in 2017, yet the brand offers bottles with age statements of 8, 12, and 18 years. This timeline indicates older stock was sourced, blended, or matured elsewhere before bottling in Japan. Named industry critics assert that certain releases contained no spirit actually distilled in Japan. Conversely, Matsui Shuzo notes that its product material describes Japanese maturation and imported barley. Ultimately, a country category award reflects quality recognition, not a proof of origin. Chapter 4. The Mizunara Mirage. When poetic provenance replaces a named distillery. This pattern represents a branding strategy rather than proven fraud. Mizunara oak serves as a strong Japanese signifier because of its rarity and distinctive flavor. Phrases like "aged in Mizunara oak" or "pure water of Mount Fuji" can be accurate details. But when companies lack an identified facility, poetic language often cloaks spirit that is largely imported. The warning point occurs when evocative ingredients replace a specific distillery address, distillation location, or maturation record, leaving identity unverified. Chapter 5. The Transparency Twist. On April 1, 2021, the Japan Spirits and Liqueurs Makers Association established a voluntary labeling standard, ending its transition period on March 31, 2024. While not enforced by the U.S. Tax and Trade Bureau, it requires Japanese malted grain and water, domestic saccharification, fermentation, and distillation below 95% ABV, alongside 3 years of maturation in Japan in casks under 700 liters, and bottling in Japan at 40% ABV or higher. This standard reframes the debate around bottles like Nikka coffee malt. Distilled from 100% malted barley in a continuous still, it is classified as grain whiskey, yet official product data confirms its domestic distillation and maturation satisfy the JSLMA criteria. Nikka also openly discloses its historical use of Scotch distillate from its Ben Nevis distillery, meaning the popular Nikka from the barrel is classified as a world whiskey. Suntory Ao similarly carries a clear label detailing its blend of 5 major whiskies from Japan, Scotland, Ireland, Canada, and the United States. These cases define the boundaries between distilled in Japan, matured in Japan, and simply bottled in Japan. To verify these claims, we sent identical questions to every criticized brand, asking for their exact distillation locations, maturation records, and labeling definitions. Some provided detailed answers, while others sent no response by our deadline. Ultimately, imported whiskey isn't the crime. Nikka and Suntory disclose it. Hatozaki, asked directly, didn't. That's the real line. Part 2. The Transparent Craft Benchmark. Chapter 6. Chichibu, a lost family distillery rebuilt in Saitama. In 2004, Ichiro Akudo faced the bankruptcy of his family's Hanyu distillery. To prevent generations of whiskey history from vanishing, Akudo rescued the remaining Hanyu casks. He stored them until 2007, then built Chichibu from scratch in Saitama, securing Japan's first new whiskey production license in 35 years. This origin story is important because it distinguishes inherited Hanyu stock from Chichibu's own distillate, which began running in 2008. Today, Chichibu is highly sought after, offering consumers a direct look at its raw materials and aging records. Can this complete transparency be traced outside the branding? Chapter 7. Akkeshi, Hokkaido peat, with production claims viewers can trace. On the northern island of Hokkaido, Akkeshi Distillery began production in 2016. The maritime climate inspired a style dedicated to peated single malts, mirroring the traditional profile of Islay. This commitment is paired with clear label declarations. Every release explicitly states that the spirit was distilled, matured, and bottled in Japan. When Akkeshi won World's Best Blended Whiskey at the 2022 World Whiskies Awards, the recognition served as support for their methods, but the real value remains in the verifiable text on the glass. By linking sensory peat profiles with clear geographical production, Akkeshi builds genuine consumer trust. This northern model establishes a clear standard of honesty as we look south toward the warmer maturation conditions of southern Japan. Chapter 8. Kanosuke. In 2017, the Kamasa family drew upon their generational shochu distilling history to open Kanosuke in Kagoshima. Located along the sandy Fukiagahama beach, its ocean-facing warehouses expose aging casks to intense subtropical heat, accelerating wood interaction. Kagoshima heat turns maturation into part of the story. Rather than a marketing metaphor, this rapid wood contact is a documented physical condition of the coastal environment. In 2021, beverage company Diageo acquired an undisclosed stake in the distillery, a corporate investment that represents financial interest rather than a quality endorsement. Chapter 9. Mars Tsunuki. Located on Japan's southernmost main island of Kyushu, Mars Tsunuki began operating in 2016 as the sister site to Mars Kamagatake. Tsunuki relies on single malt and single cask releases to build a highly traceable liquid identity. Kyushu climate and single cask identity define the spirit, with the subtropical southern environment speeding maturation unlike anywhere else in the country. This faster maturation remains a physical condition of regional geography rather than an automatic indicator of superior quality. This climate-driven focus provides a verifiable baseline of origin before turning to Shizuoka, where physical equipment with a documented past proves provenance. Chapter 10. Shizuoka. Taiko Nakamura founded Shizuoka after a trip to Scotland inspired him to bring traditional distilling to his home prefecture. To root this new facility in history, Nakamura acquired equipment from Kurayoshi, the legendary Japanese distillery that is now permanently closed. Today, Shizuoka operates the actual malt mill and copper wash still salvaged from the defunct site, a physical link to Kurayoshi's vanished past. Nakamura makes a clear distinction. This inherited machinery does not make Shizuoka's spirit into Kurayoshi whiskey. The distillery maintains its own separate production identity, prioritizing physical provenance over borrowed brand names. 10 bottles representing both the opaque blenders and the transparent distillers now stand side by side on the tasting table for a final disclosure test with no automatic winners. Ultimately, the greatest luxury in your glass is truth. As global standards tighten, genuine provenance remains the only real measure of value. This is Uncorking Japan. What are your thoughts or questions about these brands and distilleries? Let me know in the comments below. If you appreciate honest journalism, please like and subscribe.